Hello, brothers and sisters, and those of you from the other nations. I want to begin, as always, by acknowledging my Creator, who is my Father. I am here today to talk to you about the current time that we are in. I'm here to talk to you about the things that the Creator of the universe is doing at this particular time. Now, there are some things you don't know about me, and I want to share them with you just to give you an idea of the person that is speaking to you. I am someone who has never enjoyed living here in this world. When I woke up to the fact that I was alive and in this world, I was 3 years old. And when I woke up, I was not happy about it. As soon as I was aware of the darkness that is in this place, and I have never been happy living on this planet. I am only here because of the Creator who drew me out of this world that I was lost in. When I was 10 years old, I had a neighbor who wanted me to babysit for them. The older children in my family had moved away, and so I was the oldest in the home. They needed someone to babysit, and my mother said that I could go and watch their children for them. And I went into this house right next door, and I don't think my mother had ever went inside these people's home. They were a younger couple. They seemed to be decent, but inside their home, in every corner, the house was almost empty or void of furniture, but in almost every corner there were pornographic magazines. There were pornographic magazines in every corner, in every room of that house. And I was someone who loved to read at that time. I still love to read, and these people would leave and I would begin to read that material, and you open the pages and there are naked women, and it just got in my spirit. And I never told my mother, and I don't know why. I just was reading, and there are so many things in this place, this particular place, the land of my captivity. I am not at home. I am in the land of my captivity. My people came here to suffer, and the suffering has been great, but while we were here in this place, we have been influenced by many things that are not good. We have been influenced by the music, the television, the reading materials, the clothing. Just being in this atmosphere, it has changed us and turned us into something that is not pleasing to the Creator. Many of us, as people of color who are descendants of slaves, have attended church on Sundays, and many of us knew in our hearts that we should be seeking what is holy and what is righteous, but yet we're in a place where there's so much darkness, and then it becomes a struggle to decide who you're going to serve, your flesh and the darkness, the world, or if you're going to serve your Creator. Are you going to choose that light over the darkness that is here? And it definitely had been a struggle for me. And it became a struggle because I rebelled, because I hated being here. And it just seemed hopeless. And so I got upset with everything. And I turned my back on everything that was good, and I began to do whatever I wanted to do. And it just got me into darkness and just on a path that was leading me straight to hell. And I know that when I woke up, I didn't want to be in this world. So I know that I am not a child of this world. And I'm saying this to say that there are many of you like me who the Creator chose for Himself. And you have worked so hard to become one with this world, especially those of you who are people of color and descendants of slaves living in the land of your captivity. You have gotten comfortable in the land of your captivity. You feel as if you were born here in order to be blessed But that is not the case. Our ancestors came here to suffer, and we suffered right after them. The suffering won't end until we leave this place. Many of you are looking and hoping and wanting to be blessed in the land of your suffering, in the land of your captivity. But the blessing is at home. Those of you that hear the call and have faith enough to trust their Creator and understand that there is a group of people that He has chosen to be a light in this dark world. And those of us who are people of color and descendants of slaves with Bibles in our homes, we are the chosen people of the Creator. We are the Hebrew children of Abraham and Sarah. That is why our ancestors were in slavery. That is why our nation was destroyed, is because He gave us His laws and His commandments, and we did not obey them. And so He allowed our nation to be destroyed, and many people were killed, and some of us were allowed to survive, and we were scattered to the four corners of this earth. And we are still, most of us, living in the lands of our captivity. But now at this time, He is calling out the remnant. He is calling out the children of those who He has chosen, and we know who we are. There is something within you that is telling you, that has always told you how you should be living. And that Holy Spirit tried to correct you, it tried to lead you, and yet you keep rebelling, or you chose to rebel and you chose darkness over light. And now is not the time to keep rebelling. The Most High is rebuilding His holy nation. We have been praying, Our Father who is in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Let your kingdom come, and let your will be done here on earth. Here on earth. Let your kingdom come. Let your will be done here on earth. His kingdom is coming, and His kingdom is going to be here on this earth. And it's going to start with those of us who are going to answer the call to separate from this world. And right now, He is calling out a select group, and some of us are answering the call. Some of us are ready to turn our backs on this world and everything in it, including family members and friends, and we are going to His holy mountain. We want nothing more than Him. We understand that this world is foolishness. Some of us may have been chasing after the money, the cars, the houses, the fame, but we know that it is worthless and it's foolishness. And those of you that are living in this particular land that I am in, it's all foolishness. All of it is fake. The money, what they call the stars, these people that we idolize and worship, all of it, the clothes, it's foolishness. None of it is real. That is not what life is. The bright lights on Broadway, the money, again, the cars, I can't, say it enough. It's all fake, and it's nothing. If you don't have the Creator of the universe as your Father, as your Savior, as your Redeemer, as your everything, you have nothing. You are lost. If you don't have a relationship with the one who created you, you have nothing, and you're going to die with nothing. What is the point of you being here? You were given life, and you came to this earth and did what? Got lost and deceived? Most of us have, no doubt. But will you ever turn and look for truth and ask, why am I here? Who created me? What is my purpose? A lot of you are just in love with yourself, as if you created yourself, as if you're never going to die, and you have absolutely been deceived, and you haven't looked outside of yourself for anything greater. And you're looking at these people who are mortals. They're nothing. These people that we look up to, we idolize them and we worship them. And for what? Because they have a big butt, big lips. Not that they were born with them, but these people have found a way to alter their bodies. And now we look at these people, this one family in particular, and it's ridiculous. The creator of the universe is calling out the children of light. That is what he's doing. In case you don't know what's going on, he's calling out the children of light. It's just one particular group of people who have chosen him over everything. And we are going to leave these lands where we have been suffering. Those of us who are people of color and descendants of slaves. And there are other people from the other nations who are going to come with us because they are hearing the call, but they understand that we are the chosen ones, or they're going to have to accept that fact that the very group of people who have been called niggers, the very group of people who have been hated and despised, people of color who are descendants of slaves, are the chosen people. We are the children of Israel. We are the children of Abraham and Sarah. And so we are hearing the call to leave. We are the nation of Yahudah. We are the dry, dead bones that the prophet Ezekiel spoke about. We are that very nation who the Most High is giving life to. He is allowing us to come back to life because he is going to use us for his purpose here in this earth. To be the light, to be an example of holiness. In the nation of Yahudah, there will be no gay parades. I don't care if there is a particular group of people living in the Holy Land who call themselves the chosen people. The chosen people of the creator of the universe must be people of color who are descendants of slaves. Why do I say that? Because that is what that Bible is about. That Bible is a book about people of color. And also these people will be following his laws and his commands. The chosen people. These people that call themselves Jews and are not, and the Bible speaks about a group of people who call themselves Jews and are not, they aren't nearly hated as much as people of color who are descendants of slaves with Bibles in their homes. A lot of these people who call themselves Jews and are not can often blend in with other groups. You would just think that they are just another group of so-called white people. And you wouldn't know they were a Jew unless they told you they were one. But people of color who are descendants of slaves, the group of people that are called niggers, there's no mistaking them. Every other nation knows very well who and what group is considered to be niggers. And there's no way around it. We cannot blend in with any other group. There are other people that look like us, but they are Hebrews, but we cannot hide among any other group. So, brothers and sisters, this message is for you first and foremost, those of you who are people of color and descendants of slaves living in the land of your captivity. Now is the time for you to stop playing around, chasing after that money, those cars, that fame, fortune, that house, whatever it is, the clothes, whatever it is, the sex. It's all foolishness. It really is, and you have nothing. And the creator of the universe wants to give us so much more than what we have in the land of our captivity. Because as people of color in the lands of our captivity, we have nothing. Absolutely nothing. Our ancestors have nothing, and we have nothing, the majority of us. And the things that we want, the blessing, the peace, the joy, those things are at home in the land of our ancestors, in the Holy Land, in the desert, in the nation of Yahudah. And it's time to leave because judgment is coming. My prayer is that you hear the call, and I hope you decide to choose light over darkness for your sake and for your children's sake. So brothers and sisters, until next time, let the will of the Most High be done in your life.